Wisdom from China. Did the elites who went to Loli Island really just go there for a bit of pleasure? Let me tell you, the sexual transactions on Loli Island that have been exposed are just the tip of the iceberg. The real secrets and ultimate goals are far beyond what you can imagine. Today, I'm going to reveal some of the truths behind Loli Island. First, let's determine what the most powerful people in the world truly desire. Some might say they want vast amounts of money, others might say they want immense power, and some might simply wish for a beautiful wife. For most ordinary people, these dreams seem out of reach. But for the elite in Western society, these are merely basic conditions they are born with. They lack for nothing when it comes to money, power, or beauty, and they often find such things boring. Look at the individuals exposed in this scandal. Habitual offenders like Lynn Dan, Bill Clinton, and Prince Andrew, as well as women like Hillary Clinton, Oprah, and Madonna, and even people like Stephen Hawking, who could barely move. Do you really think they went to the island just for young girls? If you think about it, it seems strange, especially for someone like Joe Biden, who is already at death's door. Was he really going just for the girls? If you think it's that simple, it's laughable. The following content is very sensitive, so listen carefully for the real answer. Take a look at Journey to the West, or historical records. In 221 BC, Emperor Qin Shi Huang unified China, becoming the most powerful ruler in history. He achieved the highest levels of power, wealth, and fame. By the end of his life, he had lost his desire for ordinary things, and the only thing he sought was immortality. For someone who had achieved such greatness, aging and death were the only remaining challenges. The West is no different. History records the story of a famous duchess, one of the inspirations behind the Bloody Mary legend. She had stunning beauty, and countless noblemen died in her honor. What shocked people the most was her ageless appearance. At over 60 years old, she still looked like a young woman. Over 50 years, 2,800 young girls lost their lives in her pursuit of eternal beauty. From these historical examples, it's clear that what Western elites truly desire is quite simple: long-lasting health and eternal youth. These are the real reasons why people like Madonna and Stephen Hawking were interested. These are the same things that draw elites to Lolita Island. Epstein's friend Peter Nygard made a shocking statement, suggesting that having young girls give birth or undergo abortions allowed them to extract stem cells from the umbilical cord, or placenta, to help maintain eternal youth and slow aging. Stem cells are the body's original cells, also known as universal cells. They serve three primary functions: regenerating organs, preventing the development of cancer cells, and restoring certain life functions. These effects are irresistible to aging elites or fading celebrities. Even more astonishing, in 2020, a Turkish TV program covered the topic of adrenochrome and global child disappearances. The host suggested that adrenochrome might help restore youth, and that it can only be extracted from emotionally stimulated children. The host speculated that the global phenomenon of child disappearances, particularly in the US, might be connected to this. However, one undeniable fact is that many members of Western high society manage to stay remarkably young, with average lifespans far exceeding those of ordinary people. Take, for instance, the late Queen Elizabeth II. She is not an exception. Among the elite, this is quite common. American tycoons like Warren Buffett and Charlie Munger, none of whom are under 90 years old, provide further evidence. Now, consider why the Epstein report list was exposed at that particular time. On January 3rd, the U.S. aircraft carrier had just left the Red Sea. Israeli media expressed concerns that without U.S. military support, they couldn't handle the complex situation. The next day, Epstein's list, involving prominent Jewish figures, was exposed. Shortly after, the U.S. military quickly returned to the Middle East, applying military pressure, and the U.S. and the U.K. joined forces to strike the Houthi rebels, stabilizing the situation in Israel. Is this timing a coincidence? In my view, The exposure of the Lolita Island list was a warning from the Jewish elite to the upper echelons of U.S. power. If you continue to ignore us, we can't guarantee that other darker secrets won't be exposed. The masters of capital are also slaves to capital. If you liked my video, check out my homepage for more.